when it goes wrong, then comes a song.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to Scott's MiracleGro Field. Today, we gather together again to celebrate the career and the meaningful off-the-pitch impact of a true Columbus Crew legend and a Major League Soccer legend, our captain, Darlington Nagbe, as we officially commemorate his retirement from this illustrious 15-year career that we've all got to witness up close and personal here in Columbus over the last 6 years. We welcome our esteemed guests from Haslam Sports Group, from Columbus Crew leadership, our first team support staff who are here today. We have many Crew alumni assembled as well, and a number of key stakeholders from the Columbus community, all of whom have been touched and inspired by Darlington Nagbe's efforts on the pitch and in our community. Well, we're honored to have with us today some of the many people who've played a significant role in Darlington's life over the last 35 years. In particular, his mother, Soma, his wife, Felicia, their children, Mila, Kingston, and Zeke, and additional family members and close friends. We know how much all of you mean to him, which makes all of you key members of the Columbus Crew family. As you'd imagine, a 15-year pro soccer stint can generate plenty of memorable moments. Here are some of the biggest of number 6's historic career.
Select from the University of Akron, Darlington Nagbe.
What is this to start up? Darlington Nagbe. A lot about this kid. See what he can go do. Neil says up. Only a punch. It falls for Darlington Nagbe. It's a brilliant. Check for Nagbe and a shot.
It means everything to the Timbers. He's a franchise player.
Beverly down. Nagbe the attach. Portland Timbers win MLS Cup 2015.
And the USA grab this with a dramatic late goal. DeAndre Yedlin. Nagbe, great job to win it. That's what he's done with his first goal for the USA. Darlington Nagbe might have grabbed the win. Now, whatever happens in his life and career, he will always remember that moment.
Universally, if you're a Major League Soccer coach or a supporter or even a player, you would have Darlington Nagbe in your Mount Rushmore of greatest Major League Soccer players of all time.
Chipped up and away, and the shot for Columbus is a goal for Nagbe. Oh my goodness! What a goal!
Nagbe volley! Away by Calendar, drive by Darlington Nagbe, and what a shot! The Crew captain.
He made everybody around him better.
How much he's meant to every team he's been at, the people he touches in and out of the locker room, around the facility, in the cities that he's been in.
That's what we work for, huh? Be at home. Be at home. Hope the championship game at home. It's one of our friends and family. I love every single one of you. Let's do this tonight, boys.
Your Columbus Crew are MLS Cup champs.
I wouldn't be sitting here if it weren't for that guy, man. He's just been such a big role model for me in my career.
It's not hyperbole to equate gold with Darlington Nagbe's career. After all, every team he's played for has gold in their logos, and thanks to Darlington, gold in their trophy cases. A College Cup at Akron, MLS Cups in Portland and in Atlanta, and most importantly, in Columbus, the original black and gold, 2 MLS Cups. In 2017, Darlington and Team USA captured the Gold Cup. Darlington's won every domestic trophy in American soccer. He's hoisted the Leagues Cup, the Campiones Cup, and the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. A 3-time MLS All-Star and 2-time Goal of the Year award winner. Iron Man is a fitting nickname for Darlington. He retires today among the top 5 in the league in both starts and appearances, despite being the most fouled player in Major League Soccer history. I remember when news broke of Darlington's pending announcement, and then the announcement came a little more formally. I did about a dozen interviews of former coaches, announcers, and folks who covered Nagbe over the course of his career in Portland, Atlanta, and here and in Columbus. And I am not exaggerating. To a person, each of them highlighted what an incredible human being Darlington Nagbe is. That kind of description comes only from character traits on full display in the locker room, on the training pitch, on the field on match day, and everywhere else one goes. Those traits are what make Darlington the teammate and leader that he is, and an exceptional ambassador for our club and the league. To share more on Darlington's impact, we welcome Haslam Sports Group CEO and Managing Partner, Dee Haslam, to the podium.
Thanks everybody for being here. I mean, this is an exciting day for all of us, and really happy to be with your family and help celebrate you today. You're already a legend in the Columbus Crew, but you're also a legend in the MLS and throughout the United States. So really proud of all your accomplishments, your career. It's just been an amazing journey, and we've been so excited to be along that journey for the last 6 years. In my office, I have this large photo, and it's Darlington. It's of you raising the trophy. And one of the things you know about Darlington is what an incredible individual he is, and how selfless he is, and what a great leader he is. And so I've had the privilege of, I think, at least 4 of those trophies, handing them to you on the stage. And you don't hold them for long. You turn immediately and give it to your team. And you do that over and over again. You care about your team. And I think that's one of the most amazing characteristics about you. I remember we come to you a lot with just advice. You know, Darlington, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? So we actually came to him with, how do you design the championship ring? And I think it was the second one. It may have been the first one that we came to you and asked you this question. And we were wanting to do something different, so you would have a different ring, and everybody would have something unique. And you said no. Some of these guys on the team, this will be their first championship. This may be their only championship, and they need something really special with diamonds and something that reflects this one and only championships. And it just really says a lot about how much we appreciate how you care for others and care for your teammates. So we're extremely grateful for all of all the other advice too. But even for something like that, you're more than willing to share your advice. I think one of the other things, or maybe even more importantly than what an amazing player you are on the pitch, is the kind of man you are off the pitch. I mean, you give back to the community, to Nationwide Children's, to the Boys and Girls Club, but most importantly, you're an amazing father. So 6 years ago, when your kids were little and we got to see them run on the field, it's been just such a pleasure to watch them grow up, but also just to see how excited you get. You love winning the games, but I think the joy I see in your face when they run out on the field is the greatest joy, and that gives us so much pleasure. I could go on and on about you as an individual, but I just want you to know how grateful Dr. Pete Edwards, the Edwards family, J.W. and Whitney Johnson, and Jimmy and I are for just a tremendous effort in what you've done for our club. You set the standard high, and we hope all our players will follow your standard. And we know you're not leaving Columbus, and I think everybody should rejoice in the fact you're going to stay in Columbus because you have such an impact here. But I just want you to know how grateful we are to you and to your family for this journey, and congratulations.
Dee, thank you very much. As Dee shared, Darlington's impact stretches well beyond the crew facilities. His selflessness extends far and wide. Last season, Darlington was honored as the Audi Goals Drive Progress Impact Award winner. Indeed, the captain's impact includes supporting youth soccer growth in and around the Columbus area, the crew's Soccer in Schools program, nationwide children's hospitals efforts to support local youth, and he serves as an advocate for the Boys and Girls Club. To speak more of Darlington's ambassadorship and efforts with Nationwide, we invite Jim McCoy, who's the Nationwide Associate Vice President of Sports Marketing, to the stage for a few words.
Thank you. Honored to be here representing Nationwide. Congratulations, Darlington, on an amazing career. As we look at partnering with players, it's important to have value alignment. And we've been with Darlington almost 3 seasons. And from the first moment we met him, we knew he was the right fit. He's a leader. He's got Ohio roots, which is great. But he's a family man. He's focused on his community. And he's a lead at what he does. And the amazing human being, as Dee mentioned, that we've had the benefit of working with these last 3 years has been truly amazing for Nationwide. Everything that we've asked of you over those years, appearances and support of the hospital, and which is near and dear to our heart as well. You were the first one to raise your hand, be involved, and be present when you're there. So we've worked with a lot of different athletes in a lot of different sponsorships, and we definitely want to put you right at the top of a great person that we've been able to work with over the years. So on behalf of our 20,000 plus associates and our leadership team, I just want to say thank you, Darlington, and wish you and your family the best in an incredible retirement. So thank you.
Jim, thanks so much. Clearly, your pride in your relationship with Darlington Nagbe is akin to the pride that we as a club have with Nationwide and the longstanding partnership we've enjoyed with Nationwide. An opportunity now for us to take in a little bit more of Darlington's contributions to the community.
You always want to be a part of something that's bigger than yourself. Obviously, working with the community, being involved with the kids and showing support. Obviously, soccer for all. The game is so global. Being able to have that here in Columbus in our community, spread the game to not just the youth, but to also whatever demographic you're from. Being able to be a part of the game is huge. Glad to represent the team and the club, and looking forward to more days like this.
It's been said that when Darlington agreed to join the Columbus Crew, the club raised its profile in the league overnight. In fact, it may have been, and I confirmed a moment ago, that it was in fact the first time the club had ever sent a jet to pick up a player. None of that happens without a ton of legwork beforehand. And the man who's in charge of that legwork is with us today. Please welcome Crew General Manager Issa Tall.
Good afternoon. Darlington, I don't have anything prepared, and I'll try to keep it short. But I just remember 6 years ago in 2019, and it was probably to this day, because I remember the weather being very cold, and it was your first day at our club. I remember it being very cold because I hate it, and I did step out to see Darlington Nagbe because you were here, and I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. I shook your hand, and I think I tapped you back to see if you were real, because you were Darlington Nagbe, and you being with us was the start of something special, and you were and you are one of the foundation of our success, and we knew with adding you to our team, it will work. We will be successful because of your play, the most ball retainer in the league, and later we found out that you're the most ball retainer in the world. It's a fact. Because you're a dynamic player, you're a scorer, and a winner at the end of the day. But we were half wrong or half right, depending on how you see it. Because the reason why we were successful, the reason why you're a winner, is everything that people don't see. The selflessness towards your teammate, the care to our staff, and at the end of the day, the respect that everyone has for you in this league, outside of our club, but within our club. So on behalf of everybody at our club, our players, our staff, I want to thank you from the bottom of our heart. Personally, I want to thank you for our discussions, your advice, your support over those past 6 years, over those past 3 weeks. And I look forward to the future because you and I discussed and having you around will be beneficial for our entire club from the first team all the way down. And hopefully there'll be more heirs and successors to you, the legend. So thank you, Darlington.
Before Darlington speaks, the club has a gift for Darlington and his family. Recognize his career and captaincy. And then secondly, as an ambassador for the league and for Adidas, we have a gift from Adidas representing his entire career and legendary time in Major League Soccer. With that, we'll bring Darlington up to the stage, and then we'll open up to questions from media members in the audience.
I'm trying not to read it all, but we'll see how that goes. Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. Sitting here, I'm still not sure how I feel. When you work towards something for so long and you finally get there and then it ends, it's a mix of emotions. You know you'll miss it, but at the same time, you're excited for the rest of your life. I'm trying to balance it all right now. More than anything, I'm just full of gratitude for every single person in this room. Stepping away from the game after 15 years, I have no regrets. I wish that mentally I was able to keep going. Physically, I feel good. I know I can still play at a high level. But I can't, and I don't want to balance life the way that we have to with the schedule that we have. More than anything I've ever wanted was to be a great husband and a great father, and look forward to being present more with my family. I started playing as a kid because of my older brother. Honestly, whatever he did is what I was going to do, so I'm thankful he chose soccer. He's the first person that I truly ever wanted to be like. From a young age, I was aware. I was aware when life got hard. My single constant motivation from when I was young has always been my mom. I was going to make sure her sacrifices paid off. My love for the game, my love for my mom would make this dream come true. Every moment I could have seen as failure was just a lesson. From when I started playing until my last game, I always looked at difficult situations as something that would make me better once I conquered that. And something that would make the team better once we conquered it. The team, my teammates, thank you for carrying me. We always talk about championships and trophies and stats. Yeah, these moments mean a lot. But the most I'll remember are my teammates, the staff, and the relationships. You taught me about teamwork, sacrifice, and what it takes to be a part of something special. I became a better person and a better player just watching you and learning from you all and seeing what each one of you had to overcome to get to where you are. And to the staff, coaches, front office, medical staff, performance staff, equipment staff, media department, grounds crew, the chefs, custodians, just thank you. The hours that you put in and your constant availability for us never went unnoticed. I owe so much of who I am to the game and to all of you. You helped me grow in ways I never could have imagined. I'm thankful for everyone I've met along the way. And a bunch of thank yous. Thank you to St. Edward High School for the foundation you gave me. Thank you to the University of Akron for introducing me to hard work, helped me understand what it would take to make this a career, and for the lifelong relationships built there. Thank you to Portland for taking a chance on an Ohio kid who didn't want to move all the way across the country, and for being home to me and my young family for so many years. Thank you for allowing us to grow. Thank you, Atlanta, for accepting me and letting me be a part of such an amazing atmosphere and 2 magical seasons. You know, as a kid growing up, you always, beg your parents for new shoes and new gear. And one of the coolest things I got to do was represent Adidas for the past 15 years. And thanks to you and thanks to soccer, I didn't have to ask my mom for money for shoes anymore. It's an honor to be a part of the nationwide family in the past couple of years. And to honestly be a part of your mission and just in wellness and community, and for believing me and trusting me to help you spread that message. Thank you to Boys and Gus Club for your commitment to the youth and community, and for helping me tell my story and to be able to make a positive impact on the youth's lives. Dee and Jimmy, Whitney and JW, Haslam Sports Group, Dr. Pete, the Edwards family, thank you for keeping the crew in Columbus, for your commitment to this team and this city, and for allowing me to be a part of the club and experience some of the best years of my life on the field and off the field. Issa, thank you for your constant belief in me as a player and as a person, for your friendship and your trust, and for believing in me that I could help the team get to heights where they needed to get to. And to the supporters, thank you. Thank you for welcoming me and my family home. It's been a dream come true to play in front of all of you and to lift not 1, but 2 MLS Cups in front of you. It's a memory I'll cherish and the feeling I remember forever. And Caleb, thank you for the opportunity. I always thank you for the opportunity. And I don't think everyone gets a chance to live out their dreams, but you told me it was a chance and the opportunity you gave me that anyone would have given me, but I don't think so. I think not everyone gets the opportunity, not everyone gets a chance, so thank you for seeing me, and thank you for believing in me. I'm forever grateful. To my family, my mom, my brother, sisters, my kids, my best friends, anyone that has ever believed in me, you're the reason I kept going. I hope I proved you right. I hope I made you proud. Thank you for traveling. Thank you for supporting me near and far. Thank you for being my people. Babe. Thank you for being my everything. You and the kids have been my ultimate motivation and purpose. Thank you for understanding how important this game is to me. When I competed with myself for perfection, I never felt like it was enough in trainings or games. Thank you for being there and reminding me that I was enough for you and our family. I love you. Thank you guys. God bless.
We'll open up for questions from the media. I'll go ahead and start since I qualify as media. Darlington, thank you for your words and the sweetness and genuine love that you show for your family and the people who have supported you your entire life. People who know you are not surprised by your announcement. I've talked to a number of them. Many of them said, that's just Darlington. He does everything on his own terms. So my question to you is, what else in your life have you done on your own terms? And what does that mean entirely?
I think on my own terms would be, what I would consider on my own terms would be just doing what I felt was right. I think I've always tried to play the game the right way. I'm such a, might not look like it, but I'm such an individual player, but I always found a way to make that individual fit within the team goals and what we want to achieve. I think the simple things, being coachable, following the rules, all those little things that, you're told when you're younger that, as you're an adult, I think it pays off in the end. I think motivation is always there, but, that comes and goes. So I think I've just stayed disciplined, disciplined to what I believe was the right way to win and the right way to play, and put my teammates and the team first and try to be a part of something special and something that was bigger than myself.
That's great. We learned postseason from some of the men, even here in this room, that there was a considerable effort to get you to change your mind and maybe come back for another year. Evan Bush among them. I won't mention any names. How did they attempt to convince you to consider the possibility that 2026 would be a return year for you?
Evan is, I've known Evan since I was 17 years old, so it's crazy. He's almost 40 and he's still playing. Where is he? Is he here? I don't know if he's here or not. But no, so I would always run things past him. That's my big brother, so I would always try to get his train of thought and ask him questions. And he would always start off with, just play another year, then you won't have to worry about that. That's how he always started every single question I had for him, every single call I had with him or conversation. But he's someone that I really just look to. I think that we all look to, in terms of talk about being disciplined and professional. He's who I looked at. He's the only player older than me, so he's who I looked at and saw his preparation every day. And he was someone that was so disciplined, and I knew that I could follow as well and just, achieve what I wanted to achieve.
That's terrific. Mm-hmm. Since your announcement, everyone and anyone has weighed in on the quality of player and the quality of person you are. Even opposing coaches have talked about how impressed they've always been in your role in the league. What has that meant to you to see such an outpouring of enthusiasm for your 15-year career?
I remember telling my wife it was overwhelming. I think 15 years, I think it's just weird, reading about yourself and hearing things about yourself, so I never paid attention to it. She would often see some articles. She was like, it's good, I think you should read it. And I would just never, I just told her, if it's good enough for you, then it's good enough for me. I just never liked to read about myself or hear what was said about me. I was confident enough in what I was doing and my abilities. So I think when I retired, it was probably the first time that I kind of read and went through everything. So that was overwhelming, but good to see. And I think some of those things I knew privately, people have told me privately, but you don't have to, they didn't have to say it publicly, and they did. So thankful for everyone that's sent messages and publicly supported me, and I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
We're now taking a few questions from our media today. Bring the mic over to start with Brianna McKay from the Columbus Dispatch.
Darlington, when you look at this last season that you had, where do you kind of rank it among the seasons that you've had these last 15 years?
It's definitely up there. I think the hardest thing about being successful is the following season. We've had a lot of success here. And I thought we handled it well to make the playoffs and to compete the way that we did and to be in position to potentially move on. It's definitely up there. I think no season is failure. For me, I look at it as, like I just said, opportunity to grow. You know, a lot of growth. A lot of players broke through this season and performed well for us and stepped in when guys were unavailable. So, personally, it was great. Just a moment to grow and something to learn from. And then, yeah, how can I use that season to just be better in life after the game?
And just what is it like looking to the side and seeing all the support you have here for this moment?
No, it's great. It's great. You know, I wasn't sure what to expect. Family and friends here, you know, staff, and just people that I've worked with all these years. You know, support staff is right here. You know, when you're somewhere so long, you know, you get close with the staff because players come and go. So just to see them here, and you know, they've been part of this for 6 years. Some of them have been here longer than I have been here. So it's definitely a pleasure. It's a pleasure to see them, and you know, I'm grateful for them and their conversations that we've had. You know, the friendships that'll last a lifetime as well.
Darlington, Brianna just talked about the support that you have in the crowd, but also the gifts that the Columbus crew gifted to you. What was your reaction to those cool things right over there?
Those gifts are cool. I'm gonna have to find some walls. You know, my wife's gonna have to take some stuff down. We're gonna have to put some stuff up. But nah, these, you know, again, like I have so much stuff at home, but I just, you know, I keep everything locked away. You know, I keep it in the cabinet. I have to find my rings when people ask me for them, you know, to see them. So it's definitely now I can break everything out and, you know, have it up and displayed and have people see it. But definitely thankful for Columbus and all the Atlanta and Portland and just for accepting me and, you know, believing in me.
How has the Columbus crew shaped you, not only as a player, but as a person?
Well, as a person, it's been huge. You know, I think, you know, this is home. So seeing my kids grow up, you know, and now they're part of the community. They have their friends and relationships that they've built. So because of that, we've grown our circle as well, my wife and I. And now we have friends in the community. You know, we have people that we hang out with. And it's just been great to see the support. You know, I think when I was in Portland, Atlanta, I played and my family supported me from afar. But being here and, you know, we've made friends and my kids' friends. You know, when I come to the games, it's not just my family they're supporting me, it's friends that are there supporting me as well and supporting the team. So it's been great to see.
Well, Darlington, you've been terrific over the last year and a half answering our questions over the 6 years that we've had you here in Columbus. But I have to tell you, you've become a little more wordy over the last couple of years, and we've really enjoyed it from the media standpoint. I absolutely adore it. So thanks for that change. We know you're not going to be a stranger here. We are so grateful for the opportunity, not just to celebrate each and every moment with you here at the stadium, but also celebrating 15 years as a pro. One more time for the legend, our number 6 and captain, Darlington Nagbe. Our thank you to Dee and Jimmy Haslam, Issa Tall, Jim McCoy, Dr. Pete Edwards for joining us today. And our thanks to Darlington's family for making the special trip and helping us honor the captain one last time. Thanks to the media for the attendance today as well. Thanks to the alums and the staff for being here and the leadership team as well. Enjoy the afternoon.